I'm going to start recording. For those who are watching this on replay, we just did this little yoga to get the juices flowing this morning. It was alright. It was my favorite. But I'm excited for today. My tip, poor Nat, heard me talk about it yesterday. So she's going to hear me repeat some stuff. But for all y'all watching this on replay, I really wanted to talk about this. So let's start with May Cause Miracles, 100 Days to Brave. We'll do our affirmation thing, and then I'll dive into my training because your girl has not had coffee yet, and I have not stopped throwing up this morning. I have not thrown up in like 3 weeks. Like, not a single time. I thought that was good. Okay.
Day 21, reflect and prepare. Let's conclude this week's exercises with self-reflection and preparation. Morning reflection, day 21. Reread your exercises from this week. Be very proud of the work you've done. Our ego's false perception of the body is tough to overcome. One day at a time, you'll come to know a new truth. One of my favorite teachers, Thich Nhat Hanh, said, people have a hard time letting go of their suffering. Out of fear of the unknown, they prefer suffering that is familiar. Take this in and acknowledge yourself for stepping into the unknown and awakening your miracle mindset.
That was literally it. Thanks, so for taking on a miracle mindset. Okay. Here we go. All right, let's do 100 Days to Brave. I really want to take a sip of this because it's cotton up, but I can't. I have not brushed my teeth this morning yet either. Oh, that's really hot. Okay. Here we go. Why perseverance matters. Oh, I'm excited. I'm a quitter. It comes way too easy for me to walk away from something that feels hard, whether it's an exercise class, a friendship, or a diet. But as I mature and grow up, I'm learning that courage builds when I persevere. Listen, I've wanted to walk away from this career a lot, and I mean a lot. It gets hard and lonely and frustrating, along with the good things, don't get me wrong. But I'm hanging on because I see the light at the end of my feet telling me to keep walking and writing. Joy Williams has a song called Golden Thread. And when things seem to be stretching me too thin, I loop that song like nobody's business. It reminds me when I feel like I am just hanging by a thread and everything seems to be unraveling, to simply cut would be the best. That thread may be my gold, and it may be worth holding on. Things can get sticky here. You're in an abusive relationship. I'm not telling you to stay and persevere. You're trying to make it as an actress in LA and you're literally out of money. I'm not telling you to stay and persevere. If you're tired of fighting for that prayer that never seems to be answered, hold on. Persevere, because perseverance builds character, and God does answer prayer. If you want to walk away from your marriage to a godly man because it is something different than you thought it would be, hold on. Persevere. Get counseling, but persevere. If you have applied to college of your dreams but haven't heard back yet, hold on. Persevere. I got a tattoo on my right arm that just says persevere in tiny white letters. It's there to remind me of who I want to be and how I want to live. Brave people don't give up. Brave people don't quit. Brave people realize that we rejoice in our suffering because it leads to perseverance, and perseverance produces character, and ultimately it brings us to the hope we have in Jesus. Hope is worth fighting for. What does perseverance look like for you today? I feel like that is so freaking relatable to everything. Especially because there's not going to be a time where you don't feel like giving up on this business, on a relationship, on a friendship, whatever. And I can tell you that if you do persevere this business, you will be very happy. Okay. Oh, I grabbed my journal. I'm not freaking. Oh. Wow. Okay. Let's get it back together here. Okay, we're gonna do this little morning affirmation. I really am liking these. There's a specific one that I picked out. Oh. This one. Okay, so for those who need to write it down again or something, I'll show you again. I don't show you the videos just because I don't want my video to get taken down for like copywriting. I don't have access or like approval to just take their videos. So make sure that you are doing those if that's something that interests you. I've really been enjoying them. That one specifically, it's really short, it's an easy, like she has a good voice. Like some people are really monotone and like it's really like puts you to sleep. I feel like she has a really good tone and fluctuation, so it's interesting for me to listen to her. And I like the affirmations that she says specifically. Like I catch on to different ones each time we listen to it that like stick with me. Okay, so I'm gonna be giving you guys some homework every day. I know that sounds elementary and like stupid, but every single person who did my homework from the other day has seen massive improvement in their mindset and or in their business. And it has been, what, 2 days? So I think that there's something here to say about that. And it's not going to be every day. It's not going to be all the time. It's not going to be a movie every time, but it is going to be today again. So I am going to show you the movie that I want you to watch today. And if you can get your spouses to like watch this stuff with you, you should. Like sit down and this is in place of your stupid movie that you were gonna watch tonight. Like you're gonna watch this. Hang on, let me pause this and find it really quick. Okay, so this is the movie. It's called The Illusion of Money by Kyle Cease. You can literally just look that up. You can look up Kyle Cease movie. It will come up. It's the very first one. Anyways, watch this with your spouse. Watch it by yourself, whatever. I'm going to put the link in the Dream Team chat just to make it like super easy for you guys. So there should be no excuses. Everybody has 2 hours, even if it's commuting, showering, and not necessarily just sitting there listening. But it's really important once you start learning the power of manifestation to figure out where those supplies go. Because I find that I naturally, like, I don't want to say I'm a master manifester by any means, but like there are certain things in my life that I have absolutely manifested. My marriage being one of them. My second child also being one of them. Like big life events. Shoot, what was my point about that? Oh, but the biggest mistake that I made was not being prepared when that abundance came. And when I went double, I will tell you guys that I spent every dollar that I made. Every dollar. Like the fact that in 3 months I made almost $30,000 and I have nothing to show for it makes me want to vomit. I will tell you also that I'm super glad that it happened to me when I went double and not when I went ambassador 2.0, and I've learned how to get my money right. I'm not there yet. We're working on it, but that is a huge thing. Once you figure out the first piece, manifestation, positive thinking, dream boards, envisioning, meditation, all that stuff, that's the first step. Then the next step is being prepared for when the abundance that you are attracting comes into play, and you need to know where all those resources are going. When you get that big fat paycheck, what is it going to? What are you going to be able to show for that check? When you have new people come into your business, you should know where the next 3 placements are going. If you don't know where the next 3 placements are going, when you have the next 3 enrollments, is what I'm talking about. You have 3 enrollments, you're going to be placing them somewhere, unless you're brand new. You should know those things. So anyways, that's my one little piece. But my tip for today actually has nothing to do with that. Today is the last day for 50% off BBKs. So we really need to, like, literally, if you've never gone live, if you haven't gone live in a hot second, today is the day to go live. You go live, you talk about your story, you talk about what this has done for you or is going to do for you, what you're working towards, what your life looked like before, what your mental state was like before. You guys, people want to hear about that. And even if you haven't made $1 million gajillion with this business yet, your mind has changed. You have made massive steps in your personal life and in your personal health, guaranteed. And if you haven't, we need to talk. So make sure that you guys are going live about something like that. And then I wanted to take you through, I'm doing a few different things in my training process with newbies that I'm really, really enjoying. And I just wanted to share with you guys. I want to preface this by saying that there is no right or wrong way to do this. That people lead very differently on every team. You know, a lot of you guys lead differently than I do, and I support that fully. I think that's great. So do whatever works for you. But what I will say is that I'm 2 years in and I don't know everything and I'm learning every day, but like, trust the things that I'm telling you if you don't have a training process in place already that is working for you. Not one that you like, one that is working for you. If that's not working for you, you need to do something differently. Having said that as well, some distributors just don't work, and it's not your training and it's not you. It's literally that they're just not willing to do it. So there's a lot that goes into play here, but my point is that there's no perfect algorithm on how to train somebody. Just like you can't say the right thing to the wrong person and the wrong thing to the right person as a potential. It's the same thing when they become a distributor. It's the same thing when they become a customer, and then that never changes. Okay, so this might be a little bit lengthy, but I'm going to try and go as quick as I can, but not too quick that you're not able to keep up. This is recorded though, so you will be able to go back. Oh my god, I like almost choked on my freaking coffee, you guys. Okay, so the very first thing that I do when they send me a picture of their enrollment or I get the notification on my end, I immediately go message them and I send them some sort of like stupid GIF that's like so excited. And I'll be like, oh my god, I'm so excited for you. You just made the best decision ever. Like, this is going to be amazing. The first thing I want you to do is to watch this and take notes. Let me know when you're done. I send Rochelle's first newbie training video. It goes over literally everything. It goes over samples. It goes over the apps. It goes over not making a second page. It goes over setting up their eSuite. Like, it just covers everything in one base. So once they watch that, a lot of people still haven't entered their tax info. I think they just like, it just like goes over their head. Like, they hear it, they write it down. Like, some people will even have it on their notes, like set up eSuite, but they have no freaking clue what that means. So now we need to guide them. So they say, hey, I'm done watching the video. I say, great, have you entered? And this is different because when they enroll, it only tells them to download Connect now. So you have to physically either give them the eSuite site, or they can go, there's like another way that they can go through it too. But I personally will be like, have you set up your eSuite and re-entered your tax info yet? And then I will literally put in parentheses, eSuite.myitworks.com, so that they know. They can just click on that. Their login is their distributor ID number and the password they created at checkout. Again, most people don't write down their distributor number and they don't get an email anymore because they're supposed to be immediately downloading the Connect app. So if they can't find it, you can always find their distributor number in 2 seconds, either in your email, if it's been a minute since they enrolled, sometimes the email takes a while to get to you, or like almost immediately on your personally enrolled report. Okay, so eSuite's all set up. This is pretty normal. This is standard. This is what we've been doing. So once they send me their tax info, sorry, it like kicked me out of the girl that I was on. Okay, once they send me their tax info, I ask for their why and I have them take the color personality test. That's in like 2 separate texts. So first I'll have them take the color personality test. I don't ask people how much they want to make anymore. Number 1, because I can see it on the application. But number 2, I'm assuming everybody's diamond above. I'm literally not giving myself or them a choice. They joined during a $15,000 bonus. I'll be damned if you don't at least work towards it. So that's kind of my mindset with that. So I just have them just like keep that in the back of your mind as I'm going through this. But color personality test. Then I have them text me their why. So first question, what's your why, your daily driving force? 2, why is your why so important? If you don't achieve your why, what's the cost? Look ahead 5 years. If you haven't achieved your why, where did you end up? All because you didn't follow through and take enough action. And I can send you guys this whole training at any time. So then they send me the response and I say, okay, first I will, and you guys preface, I kind of skipped over, but once they enroll too, I have them send me a picture of themselves because number 1, I want to save it as their contact. I have so many distributors and I enroll a lot of them that like in the beginning, I have to have a face to a name to start to remember this person. So I like to have an actual picture of them as their profile photo in my phone. And then obviously I welcome them on, you guys should be welcoming them on the thread in Success Squad and putting them on your story and tagging them or whatever. But and typically, like just so that you guys know too, because I've gotten questions about this recently, I only add people to Success Squad and the temporary Dream Team chat their first day. Again, do whatever you want to do. I personally don't like to overwhelm them. I even remind them that they don't need to look through and scour the Success Squad page. It's just a tool and they can use it later, okay? I don't even like typically welcome them the first day on Success Squad. I don't, obviously, since I don't have Facebook, I don't welcome anybody anymore just because I don't want them to feel overwhelmed. So instead I welcome them on my story so they still feel supported. And then as we add people into the Dream Team chat, that new welcome to the Dream Team chat will be sent every once in a while too, to really welcome people and tell them what that chat is about. So if that hasn't been sent in a while, Nat, will you send that today for me? The like welcome to the Dream Team. Okay. Next, I make their why into a screensaver. So I will show you what I mean. And I tell them too, your first like couple hours with me is going to be a lot of like back office stuff. We got to get a lot of like the housekeeping items out of the way. I go, it's going to feel monotonous right now, but I promise it will make a big deal in the long run. So I make it like this for them. I literally just go on to Pinterest, search iPhone background, pick one that I like that's clear, and then I go onto Instagram and I put that background. I've been typing inspiration at the top. That's typically going to be covered by their clock anyways, so it's not a big deal. So keep the placement in mind so that they can actually read it. But then I just paste their why on there and I download this and I say, okay, perfect. I want you to make this your new screensaver because you're going to be reading this daily. I want their why so in front of their face, it's not even funny. So I make them put it as their screensaver. Then I have you, oh, excuse me. Sorry, my notes, I've got to like organize this, but I'm so excited about it that I wanted to share with you. So then I ask if they have a notebook, like a spiral notebook that they can dedicate to this business. Brand new spiral notebook. I'm going to make them start journaling eventually, and I want them to keep track of their potentials, and it's a good place for them to store their diamond chart. So I say, here's the next steps. Go to your diamond chart, and I tell them how, like go to eSuite, go to Document Library, either draw or print this out. I don't want something that is digital. It's harder for me to read. I don't really care. Kayla does it. So Kayla, if you watch this, it's okay. But I'm calling her out. But preferably paper, like a physical piece of paper that you can be looking at. So I have them print or draw it out. Next step is, and I love this piece, is to draw and write a check to yourself. So you're going to change this date depending on when you're watching this, depending on when they join, whatever. But since people are joining right now, they have until the end of August, August 31st, to earn their $15,000 bonus when they go diamond. So I say put the date as September 15th, since that's when you will be paid from August's work. Make the amount of $2,000, and I put in parentheses average diamond pay. This memo will be for going diamond. This is going to be your goal over the next 90 days so we can earn you that $15,000 bonus. Okay, sorry, I had to edit something. Yes, I agree. She put in the chat for those watching this on replay, it's more releasing to the mind and body when it's on paper. You're exercising your wrist and mind. It allows more of a personal feeling. Absolutely. It's been scientifically proven that when you physically hand pen to paper, that it sticks more than just thinking something. Okay. This is going to be your goal over the next 90 days so we can earn you that $15,000 bonus. I felt like before I started implementing this, a lot of people, a huge reason why they joined is because they had access, they were able to, they were qualified for that $15,000 bonus, and then they join and we never talk about it again. You're having them print a Ruby chart. No, they wanted to go diamond, help them go diamond. That's their goal over the next 90 days. So then I say, tape the check to your mirror. I also want you to use lipstick or sticky notes and write at least 5 positive affirmations and stick them on your mirror. For example, I attract hardworking people. Like I list off a bunch of examples and I say, send me a picture of your mirror when you're done. So every single one of them is sending me a picture of their affirmations and their check, okay? Then I explain how to go diamond. This piece is crucial. You can't just print out the diamond chart, have them print out the diamond chart or draw it out, and then again, not explain it. So I make it real simple for them. So I say, let's break down going diamond, which is your goal over the next 90 days. I'm really reiterating that. Write the date August 31st at the top of your chart so you know your deadline. Do you see how I'm setting up the expectation? They know their deadline. They know when they're going to get paid for that bonus when they reach that goal. They know what their goal is. So I say basically, you're going to enroll 16 distributors, and then I put in parentheses people who want to make money with you. I'll help those 16 DTs set up an 80 BV auto ship to run the month they join to qualify themselves, raise their group volume, and become a product of the product. Then you'll help each of those 16 distributors meet their first goal of signing 6 loyal customers at 80 BV apiece, and then I put in parentheses, the Beauty Works kit is 100 BV, for example. Then boom, you're diamond. Does that make sense? It'll make more sense as we go along too. So I just want them to have a really rough draft idea of what diamond is, even if they don't fully understand the BV, GV. Like I'm not going to go into explaining charting. I will literally just leave it at that, and I will say, even if they ask me another question, it'll make more sense as we go along. Just keep that in handy and in mind as we go through this process. So then, this is the next thing that I'm doing. This is totally new that I've never done before. So now they've got a journal dedicated, they've got their chart, they've got their positive affirmations, we know their why, their color, they've got their check, all the things. And I say, P.S., have you ever received a free book on Audible? If they say no, if you don't have a full library, come to me, because I have so many freaking books on my Audible, it's not even funny, and I have something for every color type, okay? So we already know what color scheme they are. So we can guess what self-development book might be best for them. Like if I have a red or a green, I'm sending them 10X. If I have a yellow, they're getting probably Girl Wash Your Face, right? Like those are very different books. Those are very different authors, very different ideas. So I send them an audiobook immediately and I say, okay, I'm going to send you one. I want you to listen to an hour of this daily. This can be when you're showering, getting ready, driving, etc. It's so crucial to have your mind right. Will you agree to implement that? That last sentence for me is the banger, because when anyone, first of all, now not a single distributor has an excuse that they don't know what to be listening to. You have at least probably 5 to 6 hours of that book to get through, which means at least their first week they're listening to the book that you gave them. So you know what they're listening to. You also have a yes or no answer from them to go off of. So if they ever aren't listening to self-development, I'm literally going to screenshot that message to them and say, hang on, wait, you agreed to implement an hour of this a day. This is absolutely crucial to your success. Is this not something, did you not mean what you said? Like, I call people out on their bullshit. Like, I just do. And so I like to have, it's almost like, I know this sounds really, really bad, but I'm like setting them up because I know that self-development is one of the first things to go when people start to slack. So I want to be able to show them their why. I want to be able to show them that they agreed to implement this. I want to take them back to the vision and what this diamond check is going to do for them. Like, back to the basics. So then everybody said yes. This part is pretty normal. I send them their first goal. I did update this a little bit because I didn't like the first message that they were sending out. So I kind of switched it up a little bit. Again, if you want me to send you these, I'll revamp these sometime this week. I would love to say today, but I have like probably the busiest day of my entire life. So I will do this for sure and then send it to you guys, maybe even like in the leadership chat or something. But once they send, I ask them to send 30 of these messages. If they have sent 2, 3, 5, 10, 15, that is not enough. They have not asked enough people. So a lot of people, well, I don't know 30 people who want to do this with me. A girl told me yesterday, I don't want to, or I can't ask 30 people because I don't know 30 people that have extra money lying around. We don't prejudge people's budgets. We don't prejudge what people need. They might need an extra income, and now you're being selfish and keeping the opportunity to yourself. So I'm not saying if you ever watch this on a replay and you're like, oh my gosh, I said that to you. Don't trip. You're totally good. But I just really want to put that out there. So I asked them to send 30. So what I have them do is I have them go through their contact list. Almost everybody has 30 people in their contact list in their phone. And I say, you're going to send this message to the first 30 people on that list, period. I don't care if you haven't talked to them in 5 years, unless you had like a huge falling out and it's like really awkward or something. But if it's just like someone you haven't talked to in a long time, send it. So I make them send 30. And then I say, and then I have them do their first post. So I have them set a timer, 5 minutes on each platform. They interact on both. I help them make their first post, whatever. And then I say, come back to me. Don't reply to any comments. That's huge. And then we're going to start working on your 6 customers. So when they say, sounds great, the next thing that I've been doing that is new is I'm helping them immediately download a preset and revamp their pages. So they've got their first post up. We've got some messages out. So we've done a lot of productive things and housekeeping so far. Now I want to go back to some housekeeping stuff. I've had people who have bios like fuck off, or no, go away, or I'm the biggest stoner you'll ever meet. I'm probably the one passed out on the floor at the party. Like stuff like that. And you know what? No shade. Like, do you, sis? But this is now your business, and the way that you represent yourself and this company is important. And you need to hold yourself with a level of respect. And I just want to teach you that. Like, it ultimately comes down to a professional page, right? And the huge piece of this that people don't like is having to reach out to people. So if you want more people to come to you, if you want more people to follow you, to retain followers, you need to have an attractive page. This is attractive marketing, okay? Attraction marketing. So this is a huge part of their job. And honestly, I don't feel like as a team, we are stressing this enough, especially as leaders. We are not hand-holding enough on people's pages. And no offense, guys, but they look like crap. My page looked like crap before I revamped it too. Mine could still look better. So I'm not pointing the finger or throwing any shade, and a lot of you actually have revamped them and they look way better. But they just look really unprofessional. They look really messy. They look really not together. Okay, how would you get someone to not use Snapchat filters and presets anymore? This is exactly how. You're gonna start implementing Lightroom immediately, because literally what you're gonna do is I have them screenshot me a photo of their Facebook page and their Instagram page, and I will hand work with them to create a bio, because a lot of people, again, I don't know what to put. Well, that's not a good excuse. What are 4 to 6 things that your friends would say about you? What are 4 to 6 things that you love? Whatever. And so I will literally create one for Facebook and one for them. Then I have them go to Etsy and I have them purchase a preset. I say, do you have $1 to $5 to invest in your business? If they don't, sometimes you guys, and this is totally up to you, you absolutely do not have to do this. I do not expect this of you, and I'm not necessarily offering this for everyone. But sometimes if like they're in a dire situation and I know they really don't have it, I will literally Venmo them $1. Like, I'm not tripping about a 60-cent preset. Like, it will help their business, and I'm willing to invest the 60 cents in them. So I don't expect anyone to do that by any means, but I have done that for people. Yeah, or sell a sample, exactly. And literally, y'all, I will show them. I haven't shown some people how to use the Lightroom yet, because we have the training on that. So literally the training is like 50 minutes long, and I'm working with them to do the majority of it. So literally what I'm doing is helping them fix their bio, having them go onto Pinterest and finding highlight cover photos that they like that have the same tones as their preset. I have them send me a preset and the ones that they like before they post them, so that I can help guide them. Because if they don't match and they don't look good, that's our job. We need to say, you know what, I'm seeing a little bit more pinks and whites here, and you've got some really, really dark colors here that I just don't know how that's gonna look. We can always put it up and see. But I'm thinking something more like this, and I send them something, right? So you can have that conversation. It's gonna be a collaboration on their page. You're gonna do their highlight. You can fix their handle if it's like ganja girl something. I don't know why I keep using weed as an example, but something like different on their top name, like let's change it to their name. Or if they have a random link in their bio, have them take that out. Because the next step after I give them their next goal, so you can kind of see them doing housework, goal, housework, goal, housekeeping, goal. So after I give them their next goal and we've revamped their pages, I show them how to use Lightroom, or they just skip through in the video and watch the Lightroom part and how to use the preset. I'm literally going to tell them, this is the photo that, or the preset, the filter, whatever you want to call it, that you are going to use on every single photo that you post. Your profile picture, if you want to keep it the same picture, put your preset on it and re-upload it. So I'm going to have them go through all those things. After I send them their next goal, which I want to just like double check so that I'm not. Yeah, so then I go into HAPs. So then I say, we're going to show you how to gain interest without people feeling like you're bothering them. Send this to the first 30 people on your active list on Facebook. I send them the HAP message. I go through all of that to try and get some HAPs up for them. And just so you guys know, I've had a lot of questions about like the chat or whatever for this month's giveaway. There is no chat. It's all on the on the 2020 push page, and it's just got a photo that's like May giveaway or like iPad giveaway or something like that. And then you'll just put the names in the comments there. So even if you're a newbie, you can totally participate in that and use the script that I'm sending you. Immediately after they send those 30 messages, I'm helping them with an influencer application right away. There's no reason that we should be sleeping on that. So I send them my application or my whole thing again, and I'm like, okay, we are going to create one of these for you. I want you to look at this, take notes on whatever you want. I want you to start to get an idea of what you're going to say. And before the end of that next day, I want them to have their influencer application done so that we can put their milkshake link in their bio, right? And if people don't have laptops, you guys, I'm more than willing to create the survey for you. I just need your Google login info. So if you're comfortable giving me your email and password, I'm more than comfortable helping you out to build that piece, because I know I've gotten a lot of questions and people are struggling with that aspect and feeling like you can't participate because of that, and that's just ridiculous. So I will absolutely do it for you. It legitimately takes like 5 minutes to create the application itself. So then I go into my whole regular training process, you guys, and it just goes through the 10-day list. One thing that I have been adding is I didn't feel like every day had a post idea. And because of that, I wasn't reminding myself to send them posts. So after their first day, they didn't really have a post up again until like day 5. And we're posting every day. So I want them to maybe watch the Posting 101 training that we've done. And then I'm going to send them ideas for literally a post. I'm going to have them send me a picture. I'm going to help them with a post every single day for their first 10 days. And then they get sent training video 2 and 3. And then I ask them if I shared what I did for my business every day, if that would be helpful for them. And then I just create them a personalized 6 list or a schedule if they prefer time blocking stuff. And literally I have them again make a commitment to me. Okay, so every single day we're going to be doing this list. I need you to be able to commit to this. Does this sound like too much for you? Do you want to do more? That's a really good time to ask how much time a day they can commit to this truly every single day. And then just come up with a non-negotiables list. And then, you know, they're really, really, really set up for success. And then they can start following that's at that point. Once I've created their 6 list, it's kind of when I'm adding them to the 2020 push page. So when I feel like they're ready to do things on their own and I can kind of let my hands off their wheel and let them drive, is when I add them so that they can just start following the daily tasks and implement their 6 list and start interacting. But I know that was kind of winded. I just really wanted to share that with you guys because I've been getting lots of questions on updated training. So I will make it a priority to have this more organized and updated for all of you guys if you want it to. But yeah, that's all I got. So have a great day.